Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mower Monday on Probably Fixed It. We're going to see if we can get this one up and going, and I'm going to have to do it pretty quick. Someone called me and said they're interested in a mower. They want one with a bag, and this is the one I had at the house to get going, so we're going to see if we can get this up and running in a quickness. So first thing we'll do is we'll get this thing all cleaned up before we get started. All right, let's get this cleaned up real quick. Get this sprayed down and then quick brush, rinse off, and then we'll start working on it. All right, let's give this thing a quick rinse down with the hose. Check and see if she has any gas in it. No gas, which isn't necessarily bad. Check the oil level, see if she has any oil before we try to get it. She's got oil in it, so we can give it a good, get it running. Kind of missed a spot there. Put a little bit of gas in here and see if she pops off. It was stored without gas, so hopefully we'll get lucky and that carburetor won't need a rebuild. All right, see if she starts. Nothing. All right, let's pull this air filter off. Put a little carb cleaner down the throat. This is a Troy-Bilt 21-inch with a Briggs Stratton engine on it. We'll go ahead and blow this filter out. See if it pops off. Okay, she'll fire. All right, we're gonna have to rebuild that carburetor on this one. So I guess nothing to it but to do it. Let me get my ultrasonic cleaner going and get this carburetor off. Go ahead and pinch off our fuel supply. There's this hose. Use my fancy hose pliers, which work pretty good. We got two fasteners here we got to remove. Those are Torx heads, if I remember correctly. If I remember, I couldn't get to this one last time. Got it. All right. All right, so we got that. Now remember, this has that plate that goes behind the carburetor. That hose is loose. You just got to tilt this thing a little bit to get this out. All right, got that one off. All right, now our carburetor is free. That's our carburetor. It's kind of nasty. We'll go to the workbench and start getting it ready for the ultrasonic cleaner. This is just in case you're kind of curious. There's no carburetor on this thing. I got a little carburetor cleaner. If I spray a little bit of this in the cylinder, it should still pop off. It won't run great, but it'll pop. That'll let me know if I have compression and spark for sure. Just like that. So we know it's a good mower. Fix that, get the carb rebuilt and get it ready to go. So I went ahead and blew out this air cleaner, got it all nice and clean, no dust in it. So we can probably reuse this original Briggs Stratton. I like to reuse the original stuff if it's good in good serviceable condition, opposed to throwing on some aftermarket stuff. These are much better quality. I'm not opposed to the aftermarket stuff, but I typically, if there is an aftermarket one on there, I'll throw it away and replace it with probably another aftermarket one, just because these are kind of cost prohibitive to put on these mowers you're selling cheap. But if you can reuse them, clean them up and put them back on there. All right, we're gonna go through this carburetor here, start taking it apart. Go ahead and start taking the float bowl off this carburetor. Remember, in this one here, it's got the jet actually built into that, so that needs to be really cleaned out. And grab your hammer. Remember, anything can be a hammer. Knock that free. It's got a little bit of smuts in it, not too bad. Pull the O-ring off. Pull the float bowl apart. Pull the pin out of the float. Is your needle. If I remember correctly, that's all I took apart on that last time I did this one of these. Yep. All right. So I'll go ahead and put it in my cleaner and get it going. I put the little tiny parts in this little. This is a real simple carburetor. Put the tiny parts in here. Run this thing through here for 30 minutes. It's got a basket in here that catches everything. It's not quite up to temp yet, but we'll go ahead and get it started. All right, it's not quite up to temp yet, but we're gonna go ahead and get it started. And if we have to, we'll run it one more time. And then we'll start draining the oil out of that mower and get that changed as well. All right, that carburetor for that Troy-Bilt should be done cooking. Gonna take these out and they're nice and hot. A little freshwater rinse. I always do that little test. All right, I'll just talk you through it in case you missed it on my other videos. But once I put the float in and the needle and seat back in, the fuel, when it gets in this bowl, it'll fill up that bowl and it'll lift this up. So, and whenever the fuel goes up, it pushes on the needle, which sits on the seat, and it closes the valve. It's gonna fill up this bowl. Still has the gasket down there. All right, this is all put back together. We'll go ahead and put her back on the mower. I don't know what you saw or didn't see. I'm gonna see if it fires up real quick, and then I'll take you in to see how those things are all hooked up. All right, she fires up pretty good. We'll get the air filter assembly on there. All right, she fires pretty good. Looks like we got a little bit of a drip down here. We're gonna figure out where that is coming from. I think it might be coming from this fuel line right there. Let's go ahead and replace this fuel line. Good. Drain fuel out of this tank. Yeah, it's empty. Get some replacement. Hose. And go a little bit shorter because we're gonna put a filter in. Install it there. Get one more zip tie for right there. Put that fuel back in there. Ugh. Put this on. Pour a little more fuel in there and see if it was the line leaking or if it was the carburetor. All right, see you, buddy. Okay, seems like it was the line that was leaking and not the carburetor, so we'll go ahead and give her a test fire again before we put a bunch of stuff back on. Sounds good. Put this lid back on so we don't lose it. These are the fasteners here that go down here. These will hold your air box on. Get these started by hand. Okay. Got a little plug right there for your fuel line goes. Put our air filter back on. It's nice and blown out. We'll give it another test fire real quick to verify that we didn't kink any linkages or anything when we put all that stuff back on, because sometimes you can do that. Ask me how I know, because I've done it. All right. Next thing we'll do is we'll pump out that old oil and put fresh oil in it. The lower units of two-stroke on outboard motors. I tried it once down here and it just made my life a lot easier, so it's kind of what I've been doing. And just stick this pump in here, down in the crankcase. Can you see all that? Yeah. And then I just pump all that old oil out. And I can look at it and see how, if it's got any metal shavings or anything in it. And it looks pretty good. This makes life so much easier. And yeah, y'all get the point. All right, these motors take usually between 15 and 20 ounces of oil. So I just put it in this little thing that has a pre-measure. I go with 15 ounces, and then I let it sit for a while and see where we're at. I like to have it, I shoot for, if I can, between these two dots on the dipstick. Never below that first dot, but I shoot for in between the two. And you know, if I'm over that one a little bit, I'm not too concerned. I just don't want to overfill it by too much, that's for sure. Okay, I'll let that settle out, and then I'll check it with the dipstick. And you probably can't see that, but that looks just about right. Oil change complete. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this plug a once over, take a look at it, see how she looks, and replace it if it needs to be replaced. A drum roll, please. That doesn't look the best. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this spark plug. I'm gonna see if I have one in stock, and if not, I'll make a trip to O'Reilly's. So I didn't have one of those plugs in stock. I went in and threw it in my Vevor 15-liter ultrasonic cleaner. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well, if you're interested in getting one of those. I get a little kickback if you do buy one. We'll see how that spark plug looks after runs through there for like 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna pull this blade off and get it sharpened up. These are pretty awesome, by the way. They're a little pricey, but I'll leave one of those in the link too. I'll take the kickback on that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this blade. Blade actually doesn't look bad. It really doesn't need to be sharpened, but I'm gonna go just put a fresh edge on it. Tip this back over in the meantime. That didn't take too long. Got a little fresh edge here and here. Gonna reinstall this blade, and then we'll address the bag. I'll show you what the issue is with the bag on this one. Figured I'd take the time real quick to show you how these go on. These blades, see how they kind of got this curve on them? Pay attention to how you take it off, but most cases that actually goes towards the bottom. You would think it would go like this and kind of cup it, but that's not right. It goes like this, sits in that little bow tie there, and then your bolt goes back in that way. And you should have your spark plug disconnected when you do this, so you don't accidentally start your motor up. And always torque it to spec. Now, one thing I need to address is this bag. It looks like whoever had it before decided to fix it with staples. And what I'm gonna do is, back when I was in the service in our parachutes, we'd use waxed cord for tacking. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know, use some waxed cord and see if that holds up better than staples. Alrighty, I went ahead. They didn't have any Champions at the store, so I got this AutoLite 5224. Put a little anti-seize on it, so we're ready to get this installed back in there. See if this thing fires up for us, and if so, we'll do a test mow and let the people know their mower's ready. Another thing that we didn't test was the drive system, and it seems to be working pretty good. Guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Probably Fixed It. It's another part of the series for Mower Monday. And we have two-stroke Tuesdays. I'm gonna try to keep doing those. And on those two-stroke Tuesdays, you don't know what you're gonna get. You may get a old outboard motor, or you might get some lawn gear, lawn equipment, just kind of whatever pops up. I do have an old Montgomery Ward outboard motor I wanna put on the list of stuff to fix. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.